Hey guys, this is Michael with the Jungle Gym Reviews. Today we're Tanner, that is so loud.
Oh, sorry, Michael. I was just thinking, as long as I'm here, should we do a Jungle Gym tour?
Yes, we should.
Let's get the tour started.
Massenomics. Today's video is brought to you by Gym Radar, our brand new website for home gym owners. It's the ultimate resource for equipment, inspiration, and community. You can create your free account, upload photos of your gym, add your equipment list, and check out other people's gyms, see what people are doing all over the world. Visit gymradar.com to get started today.
Finally, it's been on our bucket list, the Jungle Gym. The Jungle Gym Reviews is the page, right,
Yep.
Big Michael?
That is true.
So the gym is the Jungle Gym, just cut the reviews part of it. That's the channel.
And the YouTube channel is a review, simple enough.
So Jungle Gym Reviews on YouTube. How long has the channel been going?
Channel's been going about 2.5 years now, which is crazy. I just saw a video, I was editing my video for tomorrow and just saw that. I was like, wow, it's already been 2.5 years.
2.5 years. And how long since the gym first started here? We're in his garage. It's actually hard to tell, there's so much going on, what we're actually even in. This is his garage. When did the gym start?
So this is V3 or V4, you know, it's a full review studio now, but the gym officially started 2020. It's a COVID gym, just like everyone else. So March, you know, whatever it was, 2020.
And this is a 3-stall garage that we're in. We're in kind of the 2-stall side of it right now. This wall over here is partitioned. There's a separate single stall. We're going to look at that next after this. But that's where the gym started then, in there? Or
Actually started in the basement.
Okay, in the basement you said, yeah.
4 kids, full basement, free reign, and I think there were 4 or 5 of us all spending money to buy whatever Rogue equipment and stuff was in stock.
So you had a group that was in the basement with you training during COVID then?
My brother and 3 friends of ours.
Okay.
And so we pooled money together, our gym memberships, to purchase dumbbells and a bench and a squat rack.
And then you got crazy and went and had kids, and they took up the gym, then the gym space couldn't be in there. So then you came in the garage?
Yeah, I was like, well, you know, we probably should have a home to be able to let our kids like play in rather than just be a gym with sharp metal edges. So took our 3-car garage, said, well, I'll get rid of my nice, fun sports car at the time. Can't have car seats in the back. And so we'll go down to, you know, just a practical car for each, and we'll partition that into a fully insulated, heated and cooled platform floor gym.
And then you want eventually hog wild on your YouTube review channel. You do 2 videos every single week then now?
Now 2 videos a week, starting September of 2025. And through all this year, we're going to see how that goes.
Okay, so the space that we're in, fully horse stall mat floor on this side, obviously. Is there any future for, you know, a lot of people, Tommy did it. People are switching to rolled flooring and stuff like that. I just see it coming up all the time. What's your thoughts?
I think the next, because we talked about the move potential, the potential house move, that will be very likely rolled flooring.
Okay.
Partly because I'm not quite sure that I don't have like at least 14 different diseases from the horse gas off.
If he's got 14, you don't want to know how many I have cutting coasters and horse stall mat.
I didn't know you were even supposed to let them sit outside the first time I bought all of these, and they were all in the basement.
Bring them in. I don't think it's good for you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. It might be killing us. We don't know that.
We don't know.
One thing so the Jungle Gym is on Gym Radar, gymradar.com. I'd like to say, I like to go somewhere and say that's how we found your gym. It's not true. We knew about your YouTube channel. We hung out at Home Gym Con a little bit this last year. But just for the sake of the video, we found this on Gym Radar. And you too, if you want a gym tour someday, go to gymradar.com, get signed up, create your gym, add all your equipment. I actually don't know how you're going to add all your equipment. And with the amount it changes, you'd live on Gym Radar, updating your equipment all of the time.
I know.
Which, that'd be great. You should live on Gym Radar, actually, now that I'm saying it. But one thing that's iconic to me about your gym are these vegetation squares that I'm like, when I see that, it makes me think of the Jungle Gym.
Everyone knows.
So where did the name and that aesthetic, like what did that grow from?
Honestly, it was, so that was what the, you know, it even says on that established 2020. So when it started, it was just like a little play on words for, you know, a jungle gym is what you call like a kid's like play place kind of thing. And it's a place you just are kind of having fun and climbing around. And then, you know, the other, let's say animalistic vibe, a little more hardcore, you know, welcome to the jungle kind of thing. So it all just kind of made sense. It wasn't too much thought into it. And, after the gym was around 4 years and finally some YouTube started, I was like, the Jungle Gym reviews. There we go.
Yeah, and then you spruced it up with
so then,
panels. And
it would look really sterile without anything in here. So first it started, with the little Amazon 2x2 or whatever they are. I truthfully don't even know what those are. Vines, leaves.
Yeah.
And then, there's just some other green stuff here. And Pride and Joy up there.
Like we said, a certified training facility. Tommy, that's how you know the Jungle Gyms is legitimate. It has a certified. You too can become certified. You can go on Gym Radar. You don't have to be certified to sign up, but it'd be a whole lot cooler if you did. Talking about some of the equipment and just like what happens here with equipment. We saw pallets and pallets of boxes outside your door that we're not going to film.
And my neighbors love, by the way. And my HOA
The
loves.
HOA is like, yeah, this guy's got to go. That's why he's moving. But like, what does actually happen? Because you have 6 or 7 racks in your gym right now that we'll look at. Like, things are coming in and out of here.
Yeah.
Is there anything that stays forever?
Unfortunately, no. And Eric, my videographer, will be the first one to tell you the amount of times I've said, "Oh, I'm keeping this," only for it to never remain here.
Yeah.
It just, and a lot of it is just down to space is the big constraint. So when we go in that other room, some of that's my more like long-term personal stuff. And partly because I've made one of the racks too complicated to really ever like separate into other things.
So this room is more transitional.
This is all mostly like review stuff.
Okay.
And there's some things like the quantum trainers, one in particular, that's just like so unique.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Because I do want to talk about some specific, even though they might not sit around here forever.
Yeah.
I'm aware of the quantum trainer. Certainly never seen one in person before. So this is its own company, right? Like yeah, this is. I don't know that they sell a ton of different things, right?
No, it's just I don't know if it's technically quantum trainers and they sell the quantum free trainer.
Right.
But it's essentially kind of like lever arms on steroids.
Yeah.
It's evolved from the initial version, but
it's huge.
Yeah. It's
for
massive.
anyone that's not like looking at it in person.
How tall are you?
I'm like 6'3", and it's I can't even fully wrap my head around what all this does, if I'm being honest. When I just look at it, I'm like, I don't even know what's going on here. Like, what is this? Is this part of the quantum trainer in the back here?
Yeah, so that's actually so let me back it up. These are free swinging, like articulating arms that you can adjust up and down, and they create a lever to
like a 7-foot long lever, actually.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you can actually take these off, and instead of handles, you can have that connected bar on the front here to squat or press or whatever with.
So you could do a back squat, or people could be doing almost like a Viking press with it maybe or something. But you put that bar here and you could do a pivot arm back squat.
Then it comes more like the lever style gym, like a Power Tech or something like that.
Or these could go to the floor and you could deadlift from it.
Exactly.
It's like a car frame deadlift
you can
for
slide
that
these,
sort of thing.
They can change
Those
length in and
arms.
out, and then you can slide the back. Those are little, it's a little pop pin, so you can slide this starting point for the lever at the different heights.
This thing is very interesting. It's very unique. It's also insane, I think.
Yeah, and you're just like, what do I even do here?
Yeah. Tommy, he's got the rep open trap bar. Even at Jungle Gym reviews, everywhere we go has the rep open trap bar.
Yeah.
Even, it just
I've
we can't
been
get
around
away
the
from
block
this thing.
with those, and that's the one I finally ended on.
That's you and everyone else.
Yeah.
That is on everyone's radar, we'll say. The GMWD plate-loaded lying chest press. It's like a scissor chest press almost, or something like that. I set that up
just for you guys today.
Okay. So it's brand new.
It's it's brand new, and it's a chest and or up to shoulder because
the bench, does it like
the bench adjusts. I'm gonna slide in front of you here.
Yeah.
The bench actually adjusts like this.
Okay.
You can split it all the way up to, I don't know if that's 85 or 90.
And then there's a way that these stop up higher somewhere? Or?
Yeah, these have this is the one thing I realized that's awkward to get into, but these can start at a different height.
Okay, there we go.
So you can...
There we go.
Somewhere to lock in there. I'm not going to be able to get out of here. And
he lives...
Super awkward.
Michael lives back there now. We'll do the rest of the tour from there.
Here lies Michael. But anyways, so then it's like a little converging pressing, whatever you want to do.
I gotta sit in this thing. So GMWD, known as a more budget-friendly brand, of course. Do you have any idea what this costs?
$500.
Okay.
honestly, and it feels.
It's pretty
Eric
good.
and I were both pretty impressed.
That's what I wanted to see. What it actually felt like. It feels pretty good. Yeah.
It's
That's without weight on it.
Right.
It's, I personally like, I have all these things here for review, but I personally like things that are just like a bit unique in the way, like you can't really do something like this that has like a fixed converging in a home gym very
Well,
easily.
and for a home gym, it at least has a couple different, you could get the lying chest press and the the dual functionality. You've got the Volter mount. You don't have any Volters here, do you?
I got 2 of them.
Okay.
We'll see them in a second in the what I call the rack room. So this is technically the studio room.
This isn't the rack room. There's only 3 or 4 racks in it. So this is obviously not the rack room.
Why would you call it that?
This is a 2x2.
Pretty new.
Is this like Rep's more budget-friendly line of racks that they came out with?
Yeah, this basically is
2x2 1-inch.
This is their new altitude 2x2 1-inch holes, 14 gauge steel instead of 11 gauge that are if we're talking about 3x3 like the industry standard stuff.
Yeah.
But it has pretty much the same cable system, same cabling, pulleys, everything as their Aries, which is for their 3x3 racks. So, but they make this that it has a lot less, let's say, micro decisions in building it. So like people are like, oh, I want a rack. Great, you pick the height. It just comes a 6-post rack, and it comes with weight storage, and it comes with the J-cups and the safety spotters. Oh, you want a Smith machine? Boom, you add that.
Yeah.
And there's not like, what depth do you want? Well, all these other little like things to add on to. But there's also a lot less attachments. So that's honestly my biggest, I'll say, gripe with this, but it's not made.
It's kind of the point. It is
the point.
Exists.
And I have a feeling when this review actually, I know this filming of this is going to drop a little later than my review, but my review comes out tomorrow on a Saturday, and
we're going to beat him. We're going to bring this out in like 30 minutes just to beat him to the punch on this.
You got it.
We're leaving here to rush edit this.
But I know that's going to be the comment. It's like, well, why can't I do attachments? It's like, that's the point of it.
Right.
And it's cheaper then. Like,
this
all
is
these things.
built to compete with like Makolo and every other budget all-in-one rack that's like that.
It's definitely more expensive.
Okay,
but
it is.
It's a lot better quality
Right.
from, again, the pulleys, how smooth the cables are, the fact it has like a nicer multi-grip pull-up bar.
It's scaled in terms of price and quality then,
Everything Rep is doing these days is no longer budget because they're just putting so much engineering and R&D.
How much does this thing cost as presented here?
This
$4,000?
$4,500.
$4,500.
So, but that's with the upgraded weight stacks too. So I'll give them a little credit. If you do the lower weight stacks, you can get it for like, and when no Smith machine is like 31.
Here's what I'll say. We, myself included, I own a whole bunch of 3x3 1-inch racks. I'm like, that's what I need, But most of the time, this is actually would work just fine for most people. Most people, myself included, it would probably work for mostly everything I do. But there is just this like thing where I think we need a 3x3 1-inch rack.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's just a
700.
thing.
You guys, I've seen both of you guys squat. What was it 500?
550, 600, 1,000, whatever sounds good on YouTube.
Keep higher.
More.
But they say 700. At the end of the day, like this would protect you from dropping that on here. And that's what I think people get carried away because the majority of people are not doing that. 99% of people are not doing that. I'm not doing that. And that's not really.
Yeah, if you're going to squat 225 pounds, 315 pounds, which is great.
Yeah.
It's going to be fine.
Yeah. There's levels to it.
This Freak Athlete adjustable bench, Tommy, I don't think we've ever seen this, right?
No.
This is pretty cool.
ABX.
ABX.
Yeah.
Tri-pad.
Oh, this is
So
really
what does
cool.
this thing do with 3 pads?
You're going to be tainted now for adjustable benches.
Yeah.
So
is this newer?
This is newer. I think they've started officially shipping to people as of earlier this year.
I don't know. Ours must be lost. It hasn't gotten to us yet.
Well, and that's not even the attachments on here too. But I'll give you some more space here. But ladder style. But 2 big things on this is this pad.
Yeah.
It's I think who was it? Jay from Exponent Edge, I think, was one of the first ones a long time ago to come up with something similar with the Infinity Bench, Edge Bench.
That sounds. You're the
something.
expert. Yeah.
So I've never actually gotten a chance to review some products. I will actually soon from Exponent Edge, but not yet. But anyways, it's a multi-function pad, so you can use this as like a chest support pad for like pseudo seal row kind of things on there. or I've even like flipped it around to do like a incline chest fly where you're like standing supported. So it just adds another, and then it's also kind of like a military bench. So if you want your like shoulder blades,
you don't have this all the way up your back.
Yeah. So it's one of those things that it doesn't really change the flat bench aspect of it. It just
it's pretty much zero gap, as I guess I don't know if that's what they call it, but it basically isn't for all intents and purposes.
That, so they call it something else.
Null gap.
But that's the other thing actually. The seat. Look at the seat as this goes. The seat will actually automatically close the gap for you. So that was their other. I think they call it. I know what they call it. Auto adjust technology.
That's the double zero gap.
Yeah, the double zero gap.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And then obviously
a cool piece.
They have a ton of attachments for it. Their new leg extension, leg curl attachment that's sitting in that rack. They have a bicep curl attachment. So pretty cool.
What adjustable dumbbells are these?
These are Motivate. Omnibell. I think it's a Canadian company.
Okay.
But I got my full American flag dumbbells. There's essentially Nuobells, but better price point.
Okay.
And there's a couple other brands that do something very similar. Bolt Fitness has a version, TrueLap.
Not to put you on the spot, what's your favorite adjustable dumbbell that you've had through the Jungle Gym?
The original Pep and Fast series.
Okay. The original.
The original.
Okay.
I saw them. Cool. I saw them in the
Hipster
tour. In Anand's video tour. Those were. He bought them for me.
Yeah,
I shipped it to him. Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I know he's. I
saw the gym circle. We come across this stuff eventually somewhere. You know.
We're all one big.
Everyone's
family.
only like 7 degrees of separation from the next home gym tour that we do.
So, but yeah, those were just fantastic as far as feel and quality. But I prefer, and you'll see when we go in the other room, I definitely like fixed dumbbells if I can have them.
This attachment, I'm aware of it because we just added to the Gym Radar the other day. What's this? I say I'm aware of it. I remember looking at it. I don't remember what it's actually called, but it's like a BJJ company almost sort of thing. Like it's like a gi simulator.
You're asking the wrong person. David's the founder of the company. He was nice enough that where I'm helping him with some grips fitting. He's making some other products that he wanted to get the spacing of some of these different racks because I have so many racks to try. And he wanted to send me one of his, the gi grip. So it's like
the gi grip. There you go.
Again, forgive me for being ignorant. It's like a towel kind of thing, but it feels actually really good for doing like you'll
look at all these degrees of motion on this. The degrees of motion caught me off guard on this Smith machine.
That's because
how many degrees are they putting in this motion on this RitFit?
I definitely didn't lock it. I was like, there's no way someone's gonna lean on this. I know. That's funny.
I like the Cleva built rep attachments. This one's cool. It also has, you can put it through, use it on the end of your barbell as well there too. So that's a cool attachment. So this is a RitFit rack with a
3D
Smith with
3D,
as demonstrated by me almost eating it. It's got an extra degree of motion there. Doesn't look like a particularly heavy weight stack in comparison. Am I?
No, 150 2-to-1 ratio, so 75 pounds each. But that's why they got the weight horns on there. Again, a lot of their stuff's geared towards more entry level.
For sure.
First place, so.
But there again, perfectly probably nothing wrong with this.
No,
I guess if I was to say.
Good value.
I mean, we're not going to throw it in Massenomics Gym probably, and like the termination point on this knurling is terrible, but that really doesn't matter also. Like I've actually never seen this before where some of the worst termination points you could see. No, but I mean, it doesn't matter. My point is, it doesn't actually matter.
And that's what's cool about being in this review space is the stuff even you pick up versus me, and because I'm like, this is just a budget Smith machine. I'm not even like, I'm feeling this, but I never even once looked at that. Now that you're saying that,
these guys need to go take a tour through heavy metal barbell or Texas power bars and get a lesson on their knurling tactics here. Some of the wildest knurling I've ever seen, but I won't fault them. This is a very affordable rack still at the end of the day. They could probably do almost anything you want to.
Yeah.
And you got the RitFit plates. Those look cool.
They sent me those to check out too. I will actually have to give them credit on the bumpers that they have.
Yeah.
I mean, it looks really cool.
It does look cool.
2, they have this little I'll call it knurling texture on the edge, but then actually on the inner lip where you actually stick the very tips of your fingers too. So both inside and on top. So especially when you have like a 45, that's actually kind of nice because your thumb or your index finger ends up, you know, on the inside.
Much better termination points on the plates than the bar. What's the rep? So is this the new rep? This is the leg curl, leg extension attachment. That's pretty
the
new,
guy.
right?
It's
big. It's beefy.
It is huge. And
this thing's got to be heavy, kind of.
It is heavy.
Yeah. So this bench is on. This is the
Blackwing.
Okay. Okay. What's that? Yeah.
Yeah.
What am I doing? Is it like where am I going? Am I doing a leg curl right now?
No, you're doing seated leg extension.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we can throw you on there.
Put these old travel knees to the test here. Oh, that's why your Volter mount's over there.
Yeah,
I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I mean,
there's no weight here, but it's pretty good. I can actually already tell you, like, just it feels normal. Sometimes some of these things just feel janky, and it just doesn't put you in the right spots, and I would say this feels pretty normal.
It also feels, and again, I was writing out my talking points for this. I don't script the reviews, but the day before I film, I always write all my like million thoughts from the cloud and put them on paper. But one of the things about this is it feels more like a machine because it's all like planted and secure.
And if you had that hooked up to a Volter right there, it'd feel pretty sweet.
That's what it's for.
Here's like a super nitpicky thing that I actually make fun of people that talk about this stuff, but to be fair, like I notice this stuff too.
Yeah.
Like the where these the handles
are useless.
mount.
They're useless.
I don't like those there, and also like if anything, this is costing me just a few more inches of range of motion coming back this way.
Yeah.
Like on my machine,
smaller calves, it wouldn't be a problem.
But like if this where this mounts, this could be farther back a little bit. Like that's an extreme.
I cannot grip the handle. The actual rubber part of the handles is
it's in a weird spot.
Yeah.
But the motion of this and like the build quality is like an A+, I think.
I mean, they're killing it with the newest like stuff they're putting out.
Yeah, this is pretty sweet.
They should kill it. This thing took 4 years since they said they were working on it.
But then so they're also
watch your head on the Smith behind you.
Yeah. That thing will get me.
The Nerling's coming back to get you.
Yeah, doesn't like what I said about it. But yet then they're also partnering with Dialed Motion.
Yep.
It's weird that they just are doing both. I mean, maybe it's not weird, but they're just doing both. They're like, yeah, we made this one forever. Also, we'll do yours.
Yeah, I don't know how that's going to work.
Because it's the same thing.
I feel like that was like a strategic move on their side that like this is a competitor that maybe has
why
a
don't you
better
come on
product.
our team?
But then we can also help you kind of scale it because otherwise you'd have to take pre-order batches and do 2 pre-orders a year and everyone's unhappy.
Because this is very nice.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And that's why I think in the end it's
the sliding bench too.
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that the?
This guy.
Oh,
this one's cool.
Is this RitFit or somebody else, or what is this bench?
This is Force USA.
Oh, this is Force USA.
Yeah, and normally, again, because I have too much stuff in here.
You've got a few Force USA things, actually.
This is it's a adjustable bench. These are handles that come off. You can hack squat on it by connecting these cables that are so nicely thrown around here.
Yeah.
To weight stack.
Yeah, to your functional trainer or whatever you've got.
There's a little pop pin on this side.
Yeah.
That puts this in roller mode.
Oh.
And so you are
doing...
That's
pretty cool.
Cable-powered hack squat.
I wonder about the load. Like if you could, I'm wondering about like a traditional weight stack, if you could make that hard enough for a completely horizontal... you know what I'm saying?
So they make it just like this altitude. They make it to hook up with the wherever both weight stacks connect. So you get like the biggest.
Double. Yeah.
But they specifically on some of their racks, I think, have like a 1-to-1 ratio on certain points, or even their new one has a 1-to-2 ratio. So it actually like doubles the perceived weight rather than cuts it in half. So that's where this is helpful. But it's like, I mean, for you guys, this is not going to do it. But again,
do you push off on the rack? Is that how?
So it's not. They have a foot plate that's actually meant to go. It's underneath the quantum trainer.
But it would like attach to the rack.
But they essentially have a female receiver here. You put the foot plate on there and scoot that down and.
That is cool.
Yeah.
The concept is very cool.
The concept is cool. I think we'll see more of these in the next few years. Maybe not just from them, but like whether it's a retractable cable system or like what I'm already doing using Voltras instead.
It does make the bench pretty long.
That's the problem, and that's why you almost didn't even notice it because I shoved it in there to get it out. It
just becomes like it's tricky because there's so many good benches and like some are good at different things. It's like what do you want your adjustable bench to actually be like? Do you value that? Do you value this? The Prime Shorty bench, one of the like top built rep benches, or like, I don't know.
And I'll give you the answer. It's different for everyone.
Yeah,
that's literally why I have a job doing reviews,
Yeah.
is because like it depends. It's you know, what's your price, what's your budget. So I feel like a broken record sometimes, but that's, you know, kind of my job, is to educate the people on all the different.
Force USA is undoubtedly doing cool things though, and coming out with cool stuff.
The padding
so.
on here is fantastic too.
Yeah.
They do a really nice job with the.
I thought at first, just at first glance, this was like that harder padding that you might see on. Like X Master, I saw one of those.
Oh yeah,
it's a little bit different.
Like the polyurethane.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And he was showing me how durable it was.
Yeah,
and
he
stuff
poured
like
water
that.
on
I'm like, I get that, but it's not exactly the feel of the pad that I want.
Yeah.
Some people might like it better. No doubt it's durable, but this is not that. It kind of looked like that at first, though.
Yep.
Okay. What's this attached? Well, actually, there's just one more rack in here.
Just one more.
Well, and also, you have a tonal on the wall.
Yeah.
Before I even talk about that, you have a tonal.
The Tonal 2.
Okay, it's 2 because it's the newer version.
Yeah. And unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of feedback on it yet, because it's literally been set up, I think, a week.
Okay. Did you ever have a Tonal 1?
I did not. But I've tried some of the other electronic cable systems. This one's got a tapped awake, I think, on it. Look at that.
How much is a Tonal subscription a month? Any idea?
You don't. Close your ears.
Yeah. Well, we both have Peloton.
I don't know how much. Okay. Well, there you go. I don't know how much the actual subscription is offhand. I know the unit's like $4,000.
Yeah.
So I mean, and this is where, you know, the audience probably watching this goes, $4,000? No way! I can get 2 Vultras. I can get, you know, whatever. And it's like,
but this is a different person. This is someone that's probably just going to buy this, and that's going to be most of their home gym setup, right?
We also, I think, like, I've said this in some other videos, we also think that everyone has like a garage or a basement like we do. And most people live in like metropolitan, you know, a city that
you mean most people don't have 3 stalls
completely 3 stalls to take up an entire...
Tommy, doesn't this look exactly like Peloton though? You know, like it's...
But that's what what they're selling is not really the hardware. What they're selling is the programs.
Right.
And they do a really good job at that. So really successful.
What rack is this?
This is just
what?
a donor.
I don't even know.
Well,
okay.
This could even be a little foreshadowing. This is a Rep PR 5000 93 inch, which had an Aries 2.0 on it, but no longer does, because we'll see why when we get to the other room.
And this has this bells of steel attachment on it. Everyone's making one of these now. It seems like too. These are cool. Like this is this is a cool attachment to get.
Yep. They have, I'll show you when we go into the other side, there's a fringe port one in there too.
Yep.
But I like them because they don't break the bank. They're a couple $100. Yes, these ones like the Bells of Steel don't also do, pec flies.
Right.
So you can't, go the other way.
Right.
But it's nice to have, if you do more like hypertrophy bodybuilding style things, I think it's nice to have the added variety. I think that's what it really comes down to in home gyms in the first place, is like, how can I get more out of what I already have in a small space? So yes, the money thing is then the con in all of this is because there are endless things. So, and those are the gym pin SSB handles. So I just got those in. I still got to play around with those quite a bit more, but I don't know if this is technically called their V2. Their V1 was either a chrome or silver or stainless or something.
It's an interesting thought, and I get it, and I've seen other things like it. It's great for an option to not spend $350 on a whole separate bar that takes up a whole separate amount of room.
Yeah.
I don't know that it's the same or it's going to feel quite the same, but I get it.
It doesn't feel the same. I think if anything, it's just helpful for
gives you somewhere to put your hands.
Elbows, something but you're still very much doing high bar or whatever it is. So.
Okay, cool. Should we check out the other gym?
Yeah,
it's in the same gym. It's just the other. It's on the other side of this wall.
The rack room.
All right, here we go. Tool section also.
Oh yeah, you can't have a functional one. Okay, this is we'll all form a nice line because this is what we're working with.
Yeah,
and there's more boxes and stuff in here.
I'll sneak in through here. So this is what we call the rack room. Mm-hmm. It's also like the attachment room too, and just this is the insane rack room that has just so much stuff on it. You can't even know where to start. It's smaller, but there might be more stuff in it.
it's like information overload, and unfortunately it's all like black. Like everything, the attachments are black, the racks are black, the floor is black, the walls are white, and it's got mirrors.
What's the lighting in here on this side? The lighting's very cool.
Yeah, I did this, just some Amazon hex light. It's held up for 3 years. Just stripped it and put it onto like a 3-prong cable end and plugged it in, and we're good to go.
Yeah.
LED strips, speakers, there's studio monitors up there in the corners. So mini split, yeah.
You asked if I was going to find the drink spotter, and it was the first thing I saw when we walked in here.
He sniffed it.
Over here, of course, the original classic drink spotter.
There's this is an aftermarket bolt because the original drink spotter was only 5/8, if I recall.
Or no, I think we might have had both options.
I don't think you did when you first released it.
Okay, maybe not. I actually can't remember.
Or it's also possible I also bought it and then got a 3x3 1-inch rack.
Retrofit it. But so you can retrofit it.
You can retrofit it, but I can't fit a whole lot of my bottles in there.
I'm guessing that this over here is pretty original to when you started the gym, even when you're talking about 4 or 5 people. These Troy
those
Pro
are newer,
style.
actually.
Oh, those are okay.
Yeah, relatively newer.
Okay, because it's a really nice dumbbell set.
Yeah, because I have been around all the, let's say, the home gym ones, from the Rep straight handles to the Rogue ergonomic ones. I've tried some Titan urethane, Rogue urethane, and did the Rep and Pepins, did the original Pepins, and I was like, I used to go to a gym and they had these like thinner handle pro style dumbbells.
That's what I was going to say, these are thinner handles.
I don't have big meaty paws, and for pressing in particular, just everything else I can get my hand like fully around them. So that was actually like a personal purchase early last year.
Like you just wanted these to use them.
Oh, I just wanted them.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, thinking about moving and like trying to deal with those.
Yeah.
So they are technically for sale right now. I don't know that I want to sell them for sale.
Yeah.
This is cool. This roll.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you saw this at home.
Oh, the bottom shelf roll out.
Yeah.
What rack is that?
This is the Synergy Custom Fitness Delta rack.
Okay.
So it's a
big rack.
So that's their, like, the point. It's like a modular rack.
Yeah.
So then I got to pick. I chose like the angles of these and how I wanted to do all that. So this is kind of cool because then you're not like. The problem with a vertical storage rack is like getting the stuff off the bottom. You're either breaking your wrists on things or like awkwardly grabbing it. So this thing
you see what he's hiding under there too, Tommy? It's his easy curl bar.
Easy curl bar. I have no more places to put that. I have no more places.
There's always one. He was just hiding it. We knew we'd find it eventually.
That is a $30 Walmart special.
They all are.
Signature Fitness.
That's never spend more than $30 on a curl bar. And actually, just don't buy one. They show up. There'll be one that shows up.
It actually is really good, other than it has like awful bearings.
Yeah. This is the Hustler pad that people put on leg extension, leg curl to get extra range of motion.
Yep.
I don't know if this actually works on here or not, but it kind of
I haven't tried it. It would not, because you probably were going to exert force.
But you get the idea of what that is.
Yeah, little extra couple inches of range of motion.
Up here, you have the Anchor, right?
These are the Pros,
The Anchor Pros.
Dual Pro units, so these go up to 65 pounds.
So how do you adjust the weight on those? I've never used
these
one of those.
Actually, this is perfect height for you to grab them. For most other people, each of these are springs, basically, that have the weight on it. So it's like a little rotary, like tension spring. So if you want to take 5 pounds off, you take off the 5 pound spring. And now this is 30 pounds, and et cetera, all the way. So they're these little, I don't know if they're cubes, blocks.
Yeah.
And they just tighten in there. Once I can see what angle.
It's obviously not digital resistance like a Voltra is, but it's conceptually not unlike a Voltra.
Clearly, I don't use them right now because they're put way up there for the sake of this. Actually, because you guys came, I think they were on the floor here.
And you tidied them up.
And I tidied them up and put them up here. So now I can't. We'll just leave that there for later.
Okay. Here's the Darko Thresher pad. Big Darko. Here you got your Fringe. What are these called? Fringe probably calls them some kind of animal, right? The Dragonfly. Yeah. That makes sense.
This one I like a lot.
What handles are on the end of these? Are these like aftermarket handles?
Those are big Rory.
Oh, these are.
Roman Strength.
There's my pins in there, but
Megalith handles.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
So that was just is made that can thread right on there?
I figured out whatever. It was like a M10 thread.
Yeah.
M10 by 1.5, I think.
Big Rory shout out.
Yeah.
Toured that gym a time or two.
Yeah.
And these handles are good on here too.
Yeah, they do. And I have a couple other sets of those Rohrman handles all over the place here.
Those are nice though. The fringe ones with those handles on them in particular are cool.
Yeah, for sure.
We talked about Force USA. What is this? They came out with like 9 or 10 machines that are all, they're plate loaded machines. There's some kind of name for them.
Yeah, I think this one's the Solitude. I don't know if it's the whole Solitude series. I definitely will need to educate myself on the naming convention for them.
Yeah.
But they made like a, more light commercial line of machines that are geared towards either, again, light commercial use, small fitness studios and or home gym, both in price and with overall just like function. So this is their prone. Actually, I got a surprise for you. Just stay right there. Actually, I don't know if we'll find this.
Do I need to
relax.
get up or? Whoa! Oh! Actually, this is very comfortable. Actually, the position that this puts you in is good.
So this is the center-driven, seated leg extension portion.
Yep.
And technically how you were sitting prior was on the prone leg curl portion.
Right. No, this is better. Yeah, I get it. Also, this feels very solid, like the seat position, even with after the adjustment.
I take pride that I reviewed a lot of selectorized and or plate loaded leg extension leg curl options. This one does quite a bit better for hamstring curls than the leg extensions.
Well, we come across a million different versions, and for some reason, it's the one thing that I always test when we're in the gym. I'm like, I don't test any of the stuff, but when we get to the leg extension, leg curl, because there is so many, and everyone's got a different take on it and stuff too. This is nice. I mean, obviously, this takes up some real estate.
Yeah. But I mean, we're in a 12, like this whole room is actually 15 by 12. So the fact like this is sitting on we'll do our horse stall mat math. 4 and maybe 2, so 6 feet and 6 feet in length by 3 feet width. So it's not nothing, but it's also not.
But with the shroud and everything, it obviously looks very commercial too.
Yeah, and so I mean that's what they made it for, is both.
The two big old racks that you've got just absolutely covered in stuff. So what? This one has tornado arms on it. Yeah,
this is 100-inch Titan series, so Titan Fitness.
Okay.
Titan series, they're 3x3 1-inch rack with Rep Aries retrofit to it. So this is something I've been working with Bremy Strong, Andy from Bremy Strong to
Big Andy.
Yeah, to get a couple.
Good dude.
Of course. Make a couple pieces of hardware basically that allow this retrofit to work. I'm going to have a full video hopefully very soon. I think I'm just waiting on one final last piece from him. But basically we figured out how to put the Aries on any rack. So whether you have a rep rack, rogue rack, Titan rack, bells of steel rack, we have the hardware to make that work. And then, like you said, part 2 of that is you can also add tornado arms to an Aries, and I'll be kind of detailing how that all works as well. So,
that's cool.
Yeah,
we'll
because who knows when Rep will come out with theirs? It could be 5 years from now.
Here's the Porter Phys Ed Eclipse
I'm
grips.
surprised you found them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you did.
You can't hide those from me.
Look, the custom Jungle Gym color spackle on there too. Nice touch.
Yep, that's cool. Porter Phys Ed, shout out.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, this is, and then like I said, the tornado arms that you've got on here.
Yeah.
These are bare steel, magnetic. I have 4 of them.
Did
this company get sold and purchased by someone else recently? No. I might be making that up.
Sean Donaldson's his name.
Okay.
At least he was at Home Gym Con this year. I did not get a chance to. I was so busy running around with the chicken with my head cut off.
I may be making this up. I think he sold the company.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
I think so. Yeah, like fairly recently news.
There you go.
New news.
All right.
These are heavy.
Yeah. Those are perfect for adding. Those are great for functional trainers when you just need to add like a plate.
A little
like
adder.
One plate.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, then your other rack.
Yeah, this
has. Tell me what this has.
Me tell him or you tell him?
Yeah.
You could just do a long slow pan and someone's going to find something new every single time.
Yeah.
This is, same rack, 100-inch rack, Titan rack, but I like, again, small room, compact rack to be able to have more floor space. So it's got, obviously it can be used for barbell stuff. There are J cups here. But right now, Rogue, the 2.0 monster lever arms. I'm actually waiting on my Vendetta brackets. Britton from Vendetta just said he was shipping them out, I think in the next week here. But lever arms with Vendetta brackets, plenty of, oh my gosh, handles. I got Megalith handles. I have the Holy handles, and I have them,
there we go, Roar Man.
Yeah, I don't know how I ended up with 2 sets of these.
Okay.
But I keep them on dedicated ones so I don't have to switch them around. So these are both fantastic when you have lever arms. I mean, there's Vultras on here.
Track handles, everyone likes those. The danglers from Darko.
Yeah.
Prime Fitness handles. It's kind of the who's who of attachments over here.
And the stability pad here in the middle, which I will use as a back support for certain things, like cable movements when I'm doing the cable stuff with the Vultra, or chest support. You can do like a chest supported, basically this whole back cross member, you can bolt that to, slide out this chest support, and be doing a seated chest supported Vultra cable roll.
And did we talk about the Bulletproof Fitness?
Oh, we didn't get there yet. Yeah, the VTSs, multiple VTSs. If you want to play around with them, you can real quick. You can,
Why don't we'll
slide these off?
We've come across them a little bit before in the past, but we've never messed with them too much.
You can at least feel what they
I only need
on
one
the rack.
What am I doing?
Yeah,
here we go.
There you go.
So one thing I hear people say is, it's kind of heavy, and I'm like,
the starting weight is heavy.
Yeah, like if you were, like this would be, like if you're a woman or someone getting nude, this with no weight as a shoulder press would be fairly heavy.
Oh yeah.
Like it's not light. Yeah. I don't know what they say this felt weight is
20,
like. Okay.
I just was asked that. It's like 20, 25 pounds, something like that. And then obviously if you add it, the weight horns removal, you can put different handles and stuff like that. So depending on.
It's a weird entire ecosystem thing that almost like if you're going to get into it, you got to go deep into it. It's not something that you go halfway into, it seems like.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know if that makes sense, but.
It's one of those things that it solves a unique problem for people. Like this is probably case in point for exactly what kind of rack is good like that. Because I like Smith machine stuff where, again, the ability to have a fixed vertical path, but there's no depth or anything for a Smith machine in here in this kind of rack. So this is, but I do have the height. So you can see, I can store them out of the way, still do my bar mount movements underneath. The lever arms are also kind of getting in the way, but I have enough room and enough things to move that they work exactly as intended on here.
Yeah, it's obviously design went into this and stuff too. Sometimes I wonder if people are intimidated by it almost too, where you just look at it and you're like, what's going on there?
There's a learning curve.
Yeah.
I even said, because I did a review of this in the last few months, there's a setup curve. If you look at the side of here, there's I think it's 16 adjustment bolts per side.
That's what I'm
so
saying,
32 per VTS, 64 little Allen screws that you have to dial in exactly. And I don't want to make it sound daunting, but you have to sit there and kind of get it to fit to your rack, test it a few times, load some weight. Oh nope, it's kind of torquing a weird way. Let me.
You need to be really into it, I think, to want.
You have to if you just want to come in and lift weight, that is not it.
Right.
Not it
right.
at all. So.
But for some people, it's the perfect solution too. So it always depends. Yeah.
Because the endless things you can attach to this, because they have 8 different handles that have different angles and different adjustments. So if you want a free swinging, rotating bearing, handle that can rotate in and out and front to back, they got you.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So we talked about. The question is what I always usually like to ask someone is what are they going to get next? You're going to get 40 different things next and 40 different things next after that. But
very blessed.
So we're talking about more what's next for Jungle Gym reviews. You're going to continue to post 2 videos a week, I'm guessing, is the plan.
Yep.
And potentially the gym could be different at some point in time, I suppose.
Yeah, I'm hoping in the next few days, like I said, like I told you, I think off camera, we put an offer on a house. So gym could be a little bit different, a little bit bigger review space. So then you can actually see things a little bit better. And it doesn't just look like this eyesore.
It's very cool as is, I would say. But yeah, totally. I could see the want for more space. You got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah. So it's it's more for reviews. I just want to be clear because I was pretty happy with the 12 by 15
to train.
Consolidated. For training. Open the garage door in the summers. and it's pretty good here.
Well, we appreciate it. We're glad we got to do the tour. We were talking before, we are believers of the rising tide lifts all ships, so we're excited to get here and hang out with you and do like a little collaboration effort on this.
I love it. I'm glad to have you guys here and appreciate you coming. Always down for a good collaboration.
Awesome. Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you're liking, subscribing, all that stuff that you do on YouTube. We got a new gym tour coming like every single week. If we don't have the most gym tours on YouTube, which we already do, we will eventually. I'm sure we already do. Like them all, watch them all. Thanks everyone. We'll catch you for the next one.